Hello, everybody. Ezra Rosier here. So I wanted to make a video about this yesterday, but I was at work when the news broke. The Philadelphia Eagles have traded a 2023 fourth-round pick to the Chicago Bears in exchange for defensive end Robert Quinn. Now, Robert Quinn is up there in age. I believe he's 32 years old. But this man, Robert Quinn, this man had 18 and a half sacks last year. 18 and a half sacks. Set the Bears single season record. Now, admittedly, Robert Quinn, he has been off to a slow start in 2022. I believe he has 1 sack in 7 games. But listen, this is a great pickup for the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be a fantastic change of scenery for Robert Quinn. So here's why this works so well, ladies and gentlemen. So in Chicago, Robert Quinn was the main guy when it came to that Chicago Bears defensive front. He was the main point of interest on that Chicago Bears defensive line. Once the Chicago Bears lost Akeem Hicks, all that attention started heading towards Robert Quinn. All that attention started to shift his way. And the thing about him going to Philadelphia with the Eagles, he doesn't have to be the main point of interest. He's not going to be the main guy. He's not going to be the main showstopper. Robert Quinn will be a rotational piece with the Eagles. He is going to be a fantastic rotational piece. He doesn't have to do all the work like he did in Chicago. You got Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat to help you out at the defensive end spots. You have Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Javon Hargrave to help get attention at the defensive tackle positions. He doesn't have to be the one-man wrecking crew that he was in Chicago. Now, and I know that people are going to dismiss this signing by saying, oh, he's washed, 1 sack in 7 games. I seem to remember earlier this offseason, earlier this year, the Eagles signed James Bradberry, and people were dismissing that signing by saying, Bradberry? Oh, he was one of the worst cornerbacks in 2021 because Bradberry, he was coming off a down season last year. Bradberry, he did have a poor 2021 campaign. People were saying, oh, the Eagles picked up Bradberry. The Giants let him go because he's washed, and now Philly got him? What? So let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, who is the top corner in the NFL right now? Who is the top-rated corner in the NFL? James Bradberry. James Bradberry is. So I don't even tell me about this Robert Quinn signing saying he's washed. Listen, all it takes is a change of scenery. He's not going to be the main guy. He's going to be a supporting character. He's going to be a great supporting character. He's going to bring some versatility to that defensive line. This was a sorely needed move. It was a very sorely needed move because the Eagles' defensive end depth outside of Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat, it's very thin. It is very, very thin. Like you had Derek Barnett go down in week 1 against the Detroit Lions. And speaking of Derek Barnett, so you never wish injury on a player. And I was truly saddened to hear about it when it happened. But after Derek Barnett went down to that injury in week 1, I just feel this sense of relief every game. It is such a relief that I don't have to worry about Derek Barnett and his dumb penalties every week. It is truly a breath of fresh air. Now, Derek Barnett, he will always have a special place in Philadelphia Eagles history because he recovered the fumble forced by Brandon Graham against Tom Brady in Super Bowl 52. But the guy and his penalties, they just drive me up a wall. That guy raised my blood pressure last year. So shout out to Brandon Graham. Shout out to Derek Barnett. Hopefully, speedy recovery. He comes back healthy next year. But I am enjoying the fact that I don't have to worry about his penalties. I am enjoying it. So the Eagles, man, we're 6-0. 6-0. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up. I want to see us pick up this killer instinct. I want to see us finish off teams in the second half, ladies and gentlemen. We keep letting teams hang around and come back in the second half. Like the Lions in week 1, the Cardinals in week 5, and the Cowboys in week 6. We had those teams dead to rights, but then we let them get hope in the second half. We let them get hope in the second half. We need to finish teams off. We need to bury our play. We need to put them away. You got to go for the dagger. Don't even give them any hope. Don't even let them hang around. You got to stick a fork in them. You got to kill these teams. Don't even let them get back into the game. And so before the trade deadline, I do think that the Eagles will have to make another move because another deficiency I see on this team is the safety position. Because last week, when we last saw our birds, during that win over the Dallas Cowboys, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he missed some time due to an arm injury. And during that time span that he was out, the Eagles' safety position, it looked like we were really getting exposed at safety. Now, Kayvon Wallace, that guy's not it. He's not it. People were comparing him to Brian Dawkins because they both came from Clemson. I hated that comparison, by the way. But the guy, he's just not it. Marcus Epps, who I have a lot more faith in, he's gotten a lot better over the past few years, but I still think that we need some depth on safety. We still need some depth on safety. Jabril Peppers is like a third string safety in New England. You could pick him up. You could go after Jabril Peppers. We kind of remember him from the New York Giants. You could go after the Jabril Peppers. And speaking of the Cowboys, I brought them up earlier. I am still seeing people make excuses. I am still seeing Cowboy fans make excuses for that loss in Philadelphia. Really, Cowboy fans? Really? Really? Oh, you beat Cooper Rush. Oh, you beat our backup quarterback. Okay, so are we really going to act like Dak Prescott didn't look like complete trash in week one against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, completing like 48% of his passes, could only lead the Cowboys to a field goal in that game? Are we really going to act like Dak Prescott had that Hall of Fame performance to inspire confidence? Are we really going to act like Cooper Rush wasn't 5-0 as a starter before Philadelphia, 4-0 this year? But are we really going to act like that? Are we really going to act like Cooper Rush wasn't top 5 in QBR this season before Philadelphia? Are we really going to act like Cooper Rush didn't have any turnovers before Philadelphia? Are we really going to act like the Cowboys defense wasn't strong, wasn't formidable? Because the previous week against the Los Angeles Rams, Cooper Rush didn't play a big role in that game, but the Cowboys defense dominated the Rams to a win. Why couldn't they do that against the Philadelphia Eagles? Why couldn't the Cowboys defense dominate Philly the way they did against the Rams? No excuses. Ooh, I can't wait till Christmas Eve. I cannot wait till Christmas Eve to beat those bums again. Nearly 2 weeks later, and I'm still seeing these dusty Cowboy fans make excuses for that loss in Philly. Cowboy fans are so delusional. But yeah, guys, so take care, everybody, and go Birds.